who actually do your whole did some analysis and understanding of this chart would have taken that trade as well. Okay, so this one is a very simple, this is impulse, this is correction, and then I traded the breakout from here. Alright, so I exited on Friday because I saw this on a lower time frame. I saw this price starts to crawl over here. Okay, why I exit is because I'm shorting Aussie. So when you short Aussie, you pay a swap fee. So because of that swap fee, I decided to exit. And if let's say this week it comes back up correctively, I will just look for opportunities to enter again. Okay, so instead of holding on to that trade, which I need to keep paying a negative swap fee, I rather exit first, and then if I find another opportunity, I'll just enter again. Right, so Aussie Yen is a very simple setup, right? So for those who are interested, I'll be waiting for a corrective to form. Right, for those who likes to trade that means you want to put a pen, you can actually expect somewhere around 50% to look for your trade ideas. Alright, so this one here is an impulse followed by a crawl. Basically a divergence is forming, and then expect this correction up here towards this 50%, and then you can look for another short opportunity. Okay, on a higher time frame, okay, I believe there are still more room for it to go. Alright, but the key here is how the price is going to develop from here. Okay, if it goes up very strongly, then don't go and short it anymore, because what we want is a very slow up move. Right, we want a slow up move, then we can look for short. If it goes up very fast, then don't take it anymore. Okay, so basically if you want to look for more downside, the opportunity that you can look for targets is actually at 86.04. So you expect something like this towards this area. Right, so if I start to put some labeling so that you have a glimpse of how it looks like, right, this becomes my A, B, C move, 3 move. Right, then within this 3 move, this can form your 1, 2, 3. Right, so now we are expecting this correction here. Then once this correction forms, develops a corrective move, then we can look for another short opportunity to target this area. To recap, 1 day time frame, you look at 1 year's data feed. 4 hour, you need to look at somewhere about a quarter's worth of data feed. If you look at 1 hour trading time frame, you look at about 1 month of data feed. Okay, so this one 4 hour, 3 months is about August. Yeah, August. So this is the aspect how you look at it. Okay, so in terms of this, okay, you will realize that there's a significant higher high at the past, right? But because it's very far back, okay, we will probably only take this as the most recent high. This is the most recent low. Okay, then we'll start working from there. Okay, so now looking at this. This move is a down. Wait, okay, this move is coming down, followed by a correction. This is definitely an impulse. Right, this one very sharp, very fast, surely an impulse move. Right, then next is after this impulse move, this whole portion here is a correction, right? Okay, so on this time frame itself, you will actually see this move, this correction move as 1, 2, 3. You see that, right? It goes up, comes down, it goes up again. Okay, which means that it breaks this top, it breaks this bottom. Potentially, this is an expanding flat pattern. Okay, so potentially it is an expanding flat, which means that you have something like this. Okay, but what you realize now is this portion, if you zoom in a little bit over here, okay, you will realize that this move here is impulse. Now it's potentially doing a maybe 1 hour correction. Okay, therefore it might still have this possibility of going higher first, which means that your C might not be there and your C might be higher. Fit ratio is not a rule, it's a guide. Okay, so this one here,
it should not be more than 1:1.
it already just hit the 1618 lah. Okay, so it's a guide, it's never a rule lah. So you just take note of that. Okay, so this one here, can it stop here and start going down? It can. Okay, can it continue to go higher on 1 hour time frame? It looks like it can also, because this is definitely a correction. This one here is still looking like a correction. Right? So this is your A, B, C. Okay, so how are you going to trade this if this is the case? Yeah? Let's go back to 4 hour. If you want to trade this, okay, first is if you are trading, it means you are a pending limit trader. Okay, when you see a flat, it's very difficult for you to put a pending limit, because you would never know, is it gonna end as a regular flat, is it gonna end as a running flat, or is it gonna end as a expanding flat. So you cannot trade a pending if you see a flat. It's very risky. So you only can trade a breakout to be safe. Okay, so again, breakout, you wait for price to give you this impulsive breakdown. Okay, it has meet that minimum expectation of 3 wave. Fib guideline, it has also meet that expectation for an expanding flat. 1618. Okay, which means that ratio wise, 3 wave wise, it has meet the minimum expectation. So as a breakout trader, you can start to put in your pending breakout already. Okay, so how you or where you put it, okay, if you have the time to monitor the market, wait for it to break below this trend, close below it, then you can enter from there. If you want to put a pending order, I'll put it somewhere close to the line like this. So my stops need to go above that. My TP can of course go significantly below, or if you want to be conservative, just put somewhere there, the previous low. Okay, but the one that we cover and share with you, go for that 1:1 like that. Go for here. Okay, 1, the blue line, 1:1. Yeah. Can. Your analysis, right? Okay, let me show you. Will be the same one. Okay, so this is one. I'll just screenshot. And then I'll erase and then we'll share that.
Sorry, where you put your A there?
Yes. Okay. Let me.
It's not very confusing.
Okay, let me show you. Okay, so let me put some labeling.
Conclusion doesn't change.
Conclusion would be the same.
Yeah, either better.
Okay, but let me show you the two analysis on it. I'll screenshot this so that we have a file on this. Okay, I'll show you another one. So this is how we label this. This is an expanding. That means we analyze as an expanding. Okay, now I remove this. Let's take it as this to this point at the very bottom. One move. Okay, so this one move, if you look into it, you can maybe find 5 moves in it. Okay, next you realize then this becomes your correction. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you see this as 3, it becomes an ABC, right? Or a zigzag. Your measurement of it will be 1:1 or 1, 2, 3 . So you still have some room up . You still have some room up. Okay, which means that this potential correction can still push up one more time to hit that area. Okay, and then after that you would expect to come down. Okay, so if you are a pending breakout trader, exactly the same way you're going to approach it. Can see that? okay, you are still gonna wait for the breakout around this region. So you realize that the analysis, whether you see this as a zigzag, okay, that means your labeling on this will be like this: A, B, C, somewhere here. Okay, this one and this one, you realize that you'll be looking for short, because this portion here is corrective. That means impulse, correction, you trade the previous impulse direction. Okay, that means would price have the probability of suddenly shooting up? Have also, but I won't be interested in that direction. I will only be interested if price gives me an impulse down move, then I'll trade it. Okay, this one, if you're interested, I already have my pending order there. Then everyone will go and key it now.
This week rest ready.
Yeah, so I'll just show you if this one, it will be the same. Okay, if you trade the breakout, it will be the same. Okay, if you trade the pending, you put somewhere here. Your stop is 1618. Okay, and your take profit, conservative, first take profit is 50%. Okay, I hope you still remember why we put 50% as first take profit. Okay, like this. If you want to go for aggressive take profit, the previous low. If you want to go for even more, follow like just now that one. 1:1 below. Like this. What's the level? 8589. Yeah, somewhere there. Okay, this one here is if you are trading a pending limit trader. Okay, if you are trading the breakout, you put it below that trend structure. Yeah, so both have its merit and demerit. So which one you prefer, which one you're more comfortable with, you decide that for yourself, because every trader different, right? So if you see euro dollar, okay, 1 hour, okay, so if you look at 1 hour, you need about 1 month data. So you need to take from start of October, somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here. Alright, so again, highest point. Okay, and price of course move lower, right? So this becomes your low point. So you start from high point analysis. Okay, so from here, you will realize that this move is very strong. Okay, usually when you see such huge move down, this is your third wave. Okay, because it's super significant as compared to others. Can see that? Which means that this potentially is your first wave. 1, 2, 3, running flat, second wave. Zigzag, fourth wave. Okay, so if I clear everything again, okay, take a screenshot. They are taking real screenshots. I'll clear it. Okay, so if I measure to show you,
I'm taking on Genji.
1618, this is your third wave. Okay, fourth wave, you use retracement from 2 to 3. Expect it to end somewhere around 38.2. You still have some room for it to go up first. Okay, in terms of wave count expectation, you would have 1, 2, forming your third already. Which means that if you are pending trader, okay, you can start to put in your 1:1 ratio. Okay, so you realize that your 1:1 comes in very close to your 38.2 also. Okay, so usually Fibonacci levels tends to be confluences. That means they will come close to each other, right? So in this case, I will take away that, and then I'll use this. Okay, so A, B, C is here. So for you who trade pending, this is the area that you might want to potentially look for trade setup. If you are a breakout trader, because there's already 3 move, 1, 2, 3, it has break this high, which means that I would be ready to look for a breakout. I'll put this in. Okay, my breakout, wait for it. As of now, the stop will be at the previous high. You can look for target down there.
How do you get 1:1? I don't get, go through again.
This one,
Yeah.
okay, the green line, you can see this. Yeah, I'll delete and start 1, 2,
Okay.
3.
Oh, you're using the one. Okay.
Okay, so this here, this C, ABC, would be potentially your wave 4. Alright, so now few ways that you can take target. Right, one is of course the very conservative one. If you put pending, very conservative target is 50%, right? Stop is here, target 50%. That's if you are a very conservative trader. Okay, if you want to go for more target, okay, you can go for previous low. Tomorrow NFP.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow NFP. So this one, if you want, I also have pending there already.
You pending shot lah.
Pending shot.
Buy first.
Okay, so now I only have 2 pending lah. One is Euro dollar, the other one is Canadian CAD, Kiwi CAD.
Like what level that you put pending at the breakout?
For me, I trade the breakout, right? So for mine, yeah, let me do this, screenshot. Okay, for me, breakout, I put it here. My stop is above the current high as of now. Of course, I won't use a 50% take profit. Okay, I will actually go for my 5th wave ratio to guide me where to take profit. Okay, so to measure 5th wave, you start from the very top, which is where your wave count starts, 0 to 3, okay, to where wave 4 ends. So as of now, this is the level. I'll look for 382 and 618. So minimum, my target is there.
As the price goes up higher,
Then this will shift.
Yeah, you need to shift.
Yeah. So as price keeps going higher and higher, this breakout will shift. Very cool now. Yeah. Okay, right. Yeah, so this is how with labeling, okay, it helps to give you an extra layer of expectation. If you don't know the labeling or you are still not very familiar with the labeling, still stick with impulse, correction, just look for short. Don't go and buy. There's this possibility tomorrow NFP can give you this lah, but don't go and buy. Because the chance of this happening is not very high. It might happen, but it's not very high. But tomorrow maybe it happen. Okay, you all go buy. You all go buy.
Where's your stop loss? Sorry.
For breakout, right? For
Pending?
pending, it will be 1618.
Breakout.
Breakout will be based on the previous high. Yeah. So right now, this is the previous high. If we continue to go higher, then this whole thing will shift.